These are the issues that plus size women go through every single day, and it makes me emotional because these issues are not there's nothing being done about.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the Just a Girl Show. My name is Janine. If you are new here, if you're new to the channel, of course, hit that subscribe button. Turn your notifications on so you never miss an episode. And if you are a subscriber, welcome back to the channel. So the topic around obesity is something I've discussed many times on this channel, and it's not discussed to spit hate or be mean towards women in particular who are plus size, who are overweight, and who are considered obese, right? It's a real struggle. It's a real issue. And it's something that is very prevalent amongst Black women, which we are the largest group of women within this country, right? And I think what happens with social media, it enables us to be victims and to always come looking for someone to side with us, trauma bond. You know, I don't need to hold myself accountable because I can go to the internet and go to my social media and share my story, and everybody in the comments going to feel bad for me. Okay, so I'm going to share this video for y'all. We're going to come back and talk about it.
So today I dealt with the most embarrassing experience as a plus size woman. So many of you know I am a college student and I go to the University of Toledo. And I am enrolled in a lab course, and it's called Environmental Solutions Lab. It's where we learn about different organisms, different species, stuff like that. So today we had like an activity day, and it's called River Day. On River Day, we have to wear these things called waders so our, legs and stuff don't get wet. They're like waterproof little like boots, and it's like the boots are connected to the pants. So we're getting ready to go down to the river and stuff, and everybody's in there picking out their sizes and stuff like that. And like my heart is like dropping, and I'm like, I'm just praying like, that they have my size and everything, and that everything is good. So she tells us the different shoe sizes, this, but she don't like tell me like what are the actual like waist sizes, leg sizes, like none of that. So I go and I grab my shoe size, and unfortunately the pants part don't fit. I go up a size, the pants part won't fit. I go up to the biggest size, which these are like men. These are like designed like technically for men. I go up to like a size 14. Shoes way too big, but the pants do not fit over my waist. As I'm struggling, because we're like in this room and we all had to like technically put the waders on like, in front of each other. So I'm like struggling to pull the pants part up in front of everyone. Everyone puts their waders on, and now everyone's just basically staring at me and waiting on me to get ready to go. When I tried to pull the pants up and the pants wouldn't fit, it was like a wave of embarrassment, anxiety, and everything. Mind y'all, I already deal with my mental health and anxiety, and I already struggle in that area. So after countless of times of trying to make the wader fit, I just ended up telling my professor, there's no way that I'm going to be able to wear this. I'm going to have to do another activity. She offered for me to still come down to the river and, try to like scope out fish, but I was so embarrassed, I just wanted to leave. So now I'm not able to participate in the activity, and I have to do a separate activity. These are the issues that plus size women go through every single day, and it makes me emotional because these issues are there's nothing being done about this. I know that there are other plus size women in college that is going through the same thing. Not to mention, there were boys in the class whispering and laughing at me. On top of the mental toll that college already takes on everyone mentally, why should I have to deal with these issues on top of that? Not accommodating for all body shapes and sizes makes me feel like I'm different, and it separates me from the bunch. These are issues that I should not have to deal with as a plus size woman in college. I'd be lying if I say that this situation didn't kind of hurt my feelings.
So, as y'all saw, I, number one, can only imagine how embarrassing it was for her, right? I can only imagine how embarrassing it would be to not be able to fit into those that one piece. Okay? And I'm not upset at the fact that she was upset. I think she has the right to feel upset, to be, and she acknowledged that she was very embarrassed. The problem that we have with this situation is the fact that it's still somehow everybody else's problems as to what plus size women have to deal with, as if it's everybody else's fault that you have to deal with it. The world is not going to conform for everybody. And we are living in a world where people want everything to fit them and one size fit all. And it just doesn't work. It doesn't work that way. So unfortunately, the comments only fed this young woman's delusion, essentially, to let her think, yeah, girl, call the dean. That's horrible. They should have stuff your size. Why? Think about college. Does college fit everybody? No, there's a criteria. You need to have this GPA and you need to be able to afford it. You cannot expect it to be like, well, they should accept anybody. They should have all sizes. Every store, every department, every place is not going to fit us all. Right? So we should be conscious and ask those type of questions beforehand. If I know I got to take this course, if I know we got to wear these things, let me make some changes within myself. But no, this victim mentality of like, this is what plus size women have to go through. This is what us big girls got to go through. No, this is what you choose to go through. Let's change that narrative. You choose to go through this because instead of deciding, you know what, this should be a wake up call. I'm tired of being embarrassed. I'm tired of not being, I don't want to ever have this happen to me again. This is my wake up call. But unfortunately, it wasn't. And I'm going to share the commentary around this that other people also feel this way and are sharing their thoughts, specifically men, on this topic. And let's come back and talk about it.
When I tried to pull the pants up and the pants wouldn't fit, it was like a wave of embarrassment, anxiety, and everything. Mind y'all, I already deal with my mental health and anxiety, and I already struggle in that area. So after countless of times of trying to make the waiter fit, I just ended up telling my professor, there's no way that I'm going to be able to wear this. I'm going to have to do another activity. She offered for me to still come down to the river and, try to like scope out fish, but I was so embarrassed, I just wanted to leave. So now I'm not able to participate in the activity and I have to do a separate activity. These are the issues that plus size women go through every single day, and it makes me emotional because these issues are there's nothing being done about this.
Those people in that comment section fucking hate you. Seriously speaking. Because that's just like watching a junkie do crack and you over there hyping him on. Because initially watching that video, I thought it was going to be like an eye-awakening moment. Because she was talking about how her and her class was going to do an activity where it requires her to wear a waiter. And she said she tried on every waiter. And since none of them could have fit, she had to go to the men's section. She ended up trying on the biggest size in the men's section. And she still couldn't fit. Instead of realizing, hey, this is a wake-up call for me to start losing some fucking weight. No. I need to blame it on everything but me. Because at some point, you need to start realizing that, hey, what I'm doing is low-key out of hand. Let me tighten up. Because you tried on the biggest waiter in there, and everybody is looking at you trying on this big-ass waiter, and you couldn't fit it. You're supposed to be like, damn, tomorrow morning I need to hop on a fucking diet because this shit is unacceptable. But instead of realizing that, no, I'm just going to blame it on everything but me.
On River Day, we have to wear these things called waders. So we're getting ready to go down to the river and stuff, and everybody's in there picking out their sizes. When I tried to pull the pants up and the pants wouldn't fit, it was like a wave of embarrassment, anxiety. These are the issues that plus size women go through every single day, and these issues are there's nothing being done about this. Why should I have to deal with these issues? These are issues that I should not have to deal with as a plus size woman in college.
You should feel terrible. I'm not making this video to shame you or bully you. I'm making this to wake you up from the delusion you have been living in. Some of you big people are just a victim of your circumstances. It is so much easier to blame everybody else than to take ownership on the fact that this problem is self-inflicted. All of the over-consuming on calories and neglecting your body for an extended period of time led to you not fitting into clothes and being embarrassed. Some of you guys will die being a victim. That is the harsh truth. The world does not care about your feelings and you complaining on a TikTok. So at the end of the day, two things are going to happen. Either you're going to continue to complain about the situation you're in and blame everybody else but yourself, or two, you can use all the energy from the embarrassment to improve your health and lose weight. And honestly, only one of them are going to bring real freedom.
So they both of these men, spot on. Okay? Spot on to the fact that you were hoping that it would be some type of, because I saw the video too and I'm like, well, hopefully this is going to lead to, I realize I don't like this feeling. I'm going to make some changes within my life. I'm going to make some changes with my diet. I'm going to make some changes of how I maneuver. No, instead, I'm going to be a victim. I'm going to find a way to call the school and tell them that your program does not have big enough sizes to fit me. Although she went to the men's size and it still wasn't big enough. We all unfortunately, y'all, women in the plus size community want it to be catered to them. It always has to be about them, always. And if it's not about them, you're fat phobic. If it's not about them, you hate fat people. If it's not about them, you're the problem. And this is a sick reality, especially amongst Black women. Especially about us, because all we do is find a way to find a loophole. Yeah, it's the professor's fault. Yeah, it's the school's fault. No, it's your fault. And unfortunately, when somebody in the comments says, sis, I hear you. I feel, sorry for you. I wish it never happened to you, but you might need to make some changes. Then they'll tell you, oh, that was terrible for you to say that. How dare you? How dare you? It ain't on her. It's up to the school. She pays his tuition to go there, so they should be able to accommodate her. When you go to college, the beds they give you are twin size beds. They're not giving you no king size bed to fit your big behind. I'm sorry. They just don't. They don't accommodate everybody to individual accommodations. It don't work that way. You better figure it out. Okay, you better figure out what you're going to do if it don't work for you. But you can't be mad and blame everybody that you can't shop in the store. And you can shop in the store. And unfortunately, this is what a lot of women do. And I'm going to share this other video for y'all of this woman discussing what it was like for her and realizing that it ain't going to always be the way that I want it to be. And let's come back and talk about it.
As a girly who grew up plus size and also is kind of on like the medium sized girl spectrum at this point, I have a very deep-rooted frustration with how the plus size community goes about trying to be advocated for against like fat phobia, and also just exclusivity or inclusivity in any industry really. Even as I got older, it became a frustration with myself of like, I don't even feel good. I don't even feel healthy, and I can't advocate for wanting to be included when at the end of the day, I just want to feel good. And the only thing that will make being bigger feel better is being able to wear something that makes me feel and look good. I'm curious to know, when do we stop using all those other contributing factors, like the things that we wear, our accessories, purses, and all that, to cover up the fact that we're genuinely just not happy with ourselves? So we want to be mad at everybody that isn't including us because it's making it harder to want to stay in this body. And I totally understand the things that can contribute to excessive weight gain, like PCOS, hyperthyroidism, low metabolisms. But also there is science to back that type of stuff up. And when we start investing in things such as anti-inflammatory diets or, any other diet, and quite honestly, just a lifestyle change of the things that we're putting into our body, you will quickly start to see your body change. And you may not drop all the way. And I'm not telling you to drop 300 pounds if you're 700. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand that's excessive and that's not going to happen overnight. But what I will say is, when do we start looking at ourselves and stop enabling our habits and the actions that we take against ourselves and start doing better so that we can experience better in life?
I appreciate videos like that because it lets us know that everybody who has experienced obesity, has experienced being overweight, don't feel like it's everybody else's fault. I got to accept the fact that I can't walk into every store and get what I want. Victoria's Secret, they don't sell bras for big titties. They just don't. If you go too big, you can't shop there. And that's just that. Their brand is set to a certain market, a certain style, and it has always been. That's why they have the stores that accommodate bigger breast women. And nobody complains about it. At least not now. I mean, at least they used to not complain. People just want to complain about anything now because they wanted to be so inclusive and all of these things. Everything is not going to be inclusive. I shared this on my social media that these brands don't make clothes for modest girls. All the clothes be butt out titties out, chest out. I can't wear it. I'm not going to make an email to send an email to them. Well, y'all should make clothes for me. Y'all don't make clothes for the modest girls. I do feel like, damn, it would be nice. But what I'm going to do, that's their brand. That's their market. That's their target audience. I got to shop and figure out how I can make what I do like, make it work for me. If it can't work for me, it's just not for me. And that's just that. But these excuses that we continue to make, and unfortunately, this young woman, just finding a way to make it about, we got to just keep dealing with this. I'm so tired of this for us. Well, do something about it. How about you find a way to pour into yourself and encourage other plus size women? Let's stop making excuses. Let's do better, ladies. Let's not be embarrassed. Let's be able to go into stores that we like the clothes that they have. We don't have to go to the plus size section. Let's do that. Let's stop being victims. Being a victim has kept these women big, obese. It really does play a big factor. And if we want to see change, we want to see things work in our favor, we got to do the work. We got to do the work. Okay. So again, these are just my thoughts, just my opinion. This is not to shame anyone. This is not to bash. This is just the reality of what we need to change and stop being victims, especially as Black women. Okay. Share your thoughts in the comments on this video. Drop it down below. Like this video, of course, subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you guys in the next episode soon. Bye.